Hey guys, it's Alexis here. Today I'm going to be watching the new trailer for the Warrior Cats video game. I plan to play it this year for a couple National Days about cats, and I'm really excited because I'm a Warrior Cats fan, so I'm really excited how this is. And I was watching the first few seconds right up to here, but it is so quick. So basically, I haven't seen the full trailer though, and I wanted to do a blind reaction to it, and it's going to be a short video. Because it's 35 seconds. Right now it's raining outside, so very, if you hear thundering in the background, that's what it is probably. But yeah, the good old Trademark Games logo, I think they did a good job with the game so far. So we're gonna see the customization. This looks like the customization showcase. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so cool. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. The model, I have to say the model looks nice. And I like how this one kind of, this little fur coat type right here kind of reminds me of a Maine Coon. Or my cats, which are really floofy domestic long hairs. But I think the fur is a little too droopy on the belly to be Lizzie type hair. If you guys seen my YouTube channel or in TikTok channel, we all know who Lizzie is. And you get the 4 clans. Damn it, we should have Sky Clan in the other groups that are in the series. This one reminds me of a Warriors OC I would see back in the day when I first joined the fandom. So you can choose this color right here. You can choose so this is the Cat's Nature tab. So you got I'm guessing this is efficient and resilient. I don't know what that means. Let me see. Maybe it shows. Oh, the tail. We got swift and steady. That's interesting. I really wish that it was just more realistic, real cats. Than I get it. Maybe these are in canon they could have tails that be very help them balance more. But at the same time, I feel yes, these cats are anthropomorphic cats, and they're going to be meant to be relatable because some humans have, stronger traits than others and stuff. But it's very different from cats. You can still show that with cats with the realism. Have you heard of Maine Coons and Norwegian forest cats and Bengal cats being really water-loving breeds? So you can have a very good swimmer right there. Or since these are mixed breed cats, you can use a double coat, kind of like a golden retriever. I know that's a dog, but still, some breeds like the Norwegian forest cat is a good example. So there's a beautiful face. Oh, and you can do the ears. Oh my gosh, I need to put this in slow fucking motion because I love looking into the customization of cat ears. Because there's so many breeds of cats that have different ears. There is Oriental long hair / short hair with the big ears. Other Oriental type breeds. Some Siamese cats kind of have that shape. I forgot the term. There's traditional and modern. Oh, it's a modern Siamese that has that kind of face shape. That's what it is. There's also other ear types could include the Scottish fold cat, which is an unethical trait to some points and sometimes because depending on the breeder, of course. But those ears could be the kind of almost as iffy and controversial as brachycephalic cat breeding. But they do have a Persian type cat in the books, aka Yellow Fang. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have folded ears, especially if, people create Scottish fold cats OCs, which I've seen before, but it's rare. And then there's American curl cats, which have their ears kind of curled, which is the name. So yeah. This one kind of reminds me of an American Crow right here, too. And then you got small ears. I guess this is just like normal cat ears mostly, but maybe, who knows. Oh, this one kind of reminds me of a Maine Coon. Like, if you've seen Maine Coon cats, they kind of have that coat. I actually got the blessing to see a Maine Coon one time because they're at like 10 years old. They're like one of my favorite breeds since that time. And oh my goodness, that fur right there looks just like the breed right there. And it also kind of reminds me of my cat, which is a domestic long hair that's part ragdoll. So that is super cool. And then for the markings, you got like the first one reminds me of Pixel, also known as Kittler, because Kittler/Pixel, same cat by the way, has seal point markings, and color point is a real gene. It's a recessive gene that makes the cat partially albino. And then you got like this one right here that shows, you can see it looks like you can layer them, or it's just like the tabby markings on top of it, which makes sense because, you know, tabbies could have white on them too. This one is pretty cool. It just shows like white spotting, but I love how you can do the colors to be wild and more like this cat right there looks a little more like unrealistic, almost if it's like a chimera cat, which is super rare. But like, yeah, it is super cool. So like, especially because there's gonna be younger people playing this too, and you know, you gotta let them go wild. And same thing with even older people too. And there's another one that kind of reminds of a color point too, with the ears though, which is cool. A tuxedo cat one. There's another color point type one. I love it having like 3 types of color point type colorations markings. Like as a color point mom, like as a domestic long hair with color point mom, like I love Pixel. And generally I think color points are special because of her. So basically, yeah, they got the color point markings, and then you got like a goodbye color type marking right there, and then they got this one, which is a pretty good one for like a tabby, pretty cool, and never a tabby type coat, I would say, but you can use it for white too, but that's the vibe I get. And then they got another one which has a little white spot, I'm guessing right on the forehead, which I always thought those cats looked pretty. With the blaze or the little shooting star on the nose, or like a little forehead marking like that. That is adorable to me. And then you got this one, this is kind of a tabby undershade type color. This one kind of reminds me of Darktail from Warriors, the books that this is based off of. This one's cool. It reminds me of a beautiful bicolor type coat right there. It reminds me of like an Appaloosa horse or a Vitiligo cat or something. That looks pretty cool. And oh my goodness. And then this one, this looks like this person created a red tabby with white spotting, just a little more stylized as it is a game. And you know, Warrior Cats is known for its creative people that are fans and love the series. So yeah. And you got sorting, and you got markings. This is super, like, interesting, and I wonder what the sorting does. Customize your appearance, it says. Oh, look at that! Oh my goodness, that is so cool. Separate eye colors, so you can have heterochromia, and you got this, like, really unrealistic coloration right here. And you got the different colored eyes. That is super cool. Like, honestly, I love that. The creativity. Just letting your creativity run around. You can have a split, like a little split like a split markings. That is so cool, and I love that. This is the coat type I wanted, the long hair type, because the long hair type look pretty cool. Like the different types of fur you can have looked pretty cool. And then this cat reminds me of a Norwegian forest cat. This is so cool, and I wanted to play as a Norwegian forest cat in 2027 for the Norwegian Forest Cat Day. So there you go. Look at this. Look at that. Well, possibly, I meant to say possibly celebrate the day with, but it's not a confirmation yet. But generally, that is so cool. I love the Norwegian Forest cat breed, so I get really excited. And that would be a cool celebration just to play as a Norwegian Forest cat. And this one kind of has like a shark-looking tail, reminds me of a shark. I like the name Shark Mist or Shark Fin or something like that. You can name the cat. Hopefully you can name the cat that. That would be cool. But that face looks pretty cool. I very like the different fur types. Who knows, maybe I'll even make Lizzie and Pixel in there. Not play as them, but like make them on there just to see. Oh, and this one is so cool. Is this the tail? Like curled around? Like this is actually an actual trait in cats. Like it kind of makes them look like they are like an Akita or something. Like an Akita is a dog breed that kind of has that curled tail. But like there's a breed called an American ringtail that is bred to look like that. So that is so cool. And that cat looks pretty cool. I like the personality on the face. And also it's an unrealistic one. If I had to say the phenotype in my own interpretation, it looks like a tortoiseshell. But judging with the black spots and the orange. But yeah, it's a dappled coat, kind of like a little suit after a fire. Or cinders. And then you got like different traits, like powerful, so like you can have a muscular cat, so it's gonna be so cool. Oh, oriental ears! That is so perfect! And it got a little muzzle that kind of looks like a brachycephalic breed, which is so cool. Cause you know, people breed cats for set appearance right there. So it's a little not unrealistic right here. That's realistic. Like there's not gonna be purebred cats in the wild, but I would love to play as a purebred cat just to like have a little challenge to follow breed standard, and stuff like that with the colors. That's gonna be freaking fun. And generally, I do think domestic long hairs and short hairs can be just as beautiful. Like I said, I have two mixed breed cats, domestic long hairs, by the way, so like I definitely say that they could be pretty too. But that is so cool because like I love cat breeding. I love learning about the different breeds that exist. Like you got like a little like the ears. Oh my gosh, like little elf ears. Kind of reminds of an oriental. Like, look up oriental short hair cats. They're so goofy looking. They're just so goofy looking. I can't resist to them. And especially the babies. That's definitely like a big depiction, a common headcanon that have Winquin looking like. And then I got this one that reminds me of Squirrel Flight or Squirrel Star, whatever name you want to call her. But Squirrel Star's appearance looks similar to that. And also, you got little tufted ears. There's cats with tufted ears. And you got a bushy tail. The same fur type I've seen earlier that has too much belly fur. To look like my cat's long hair. And this one, oh, I love the eyes. I love the eyes. And it also has a little moon marking. Is that a Sailor Moon reference? That is so cute. That looks so cute. And it got a little mask, a raccoon mask. I like that tabby right there. That is so cool. And then the bicolor type markings too look pretty nice with the coloration. I can't tell what kind of cat, probably like a cinnamon tabby or just like a dual or red tabby type color. But it looks so cool. It looks pretty cool. Yeah. This one looks pretty cool. I would love to play as a ragdoll too, and I really like to depict my ragdoll Link type looking like that, just except for like a color point type markings on the face and tail, obviously, because ragdoll cats come in that. And it is one of my other Link types too, and ragdolls do have their own national day twice in May, so that is so cool, like a good idea right there. And you got a beautiful tortoiseshell cat with a very distinct looking face, a little face floop and stuff. I've seen all kinds of cats. Like every time I go on the walk, I see a few like cats of different colors and fur types. So, and actually with cats I've seen, it makes sense why they would have so many colors and stuff. And also the anthropomorphic cats that they're animating too. So besides using real cats as a reference, like I said, it makes sense for them to make them look unique and personal to you. This one I like the markings of them. That's a good, like, I think those eyes were good for the Oriental. Short hair. And no racial things. No racial, I didn't mean to say racial things. If it sounded like that. Like, what I meant is because, like, they kind of have, like, a long snoot, so it kind of makes their eyes look like that kind of already. So, yeah, that's a pretty interesting combo type. And it looks like you can only have, like, a few selected names, which I don't like. I think the creativity in the game is okay. Like, okay with the names more so, because, like, I feel like it's a little limited. So that's kind of a bummer. But at least you got a good selection of names. Like, you got Ridge Paw, being selected here, and then you got, like, Fox Paw, Wood Paw, Lion Paw, Tiger Paw, Wild Paw, Soup Paw, Tangle Paw. So basically, prefixes for every cat. And basically, that's pretty cool. And you got, based on your choices, your personality traits are wise. That is so cool and energetic. And that is gorgeous. I feel like that is gorgeous. And you got the Quailtail one from the previous trailer. The Quailtail cat in the previous trailer. And oh man, oh my gosh. That is unfortunate right here. That is so unfortunate that it's so short. But, like, definitely I am excited for this. Like, I hope you guys not please, I'm not trying to force you guys to like and subscribe, but if you guys like to support my channel, please like and subscribe, and if you want to see more content like this, and I hope you guys have a good day, or good night, or good afternoon, whatever, so